How's it going, folks? Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel for the weekend MMO news drop. There's plenty of good stuff to get through, so let's get straight to it, beginning with Ashes of Creation. Intrepid Studios put out its creative director's letter this week, and it's got the thing alpha backers wanted most: testing dates. According to the letter, the first round of the Alpha 1 preview pretests will take place for 4 days, beginning December 18th until the 21st, and pretest 2 goes live on February 19th until the 22nd in 2021. These first couple of pretests will be under NDA, but the studio assures us that more preview videos in 4K highlighting what's available in these tests will be available for us to watch. The further 2 tests happening later in 2021 will not be under NDA and will take place for much longer too. Another game plenty of folks have been craving is the anime MMORPG Blue Protocol. The good news is Bandai Namco has announced another close beta test phase for players in Japan. This CBT will begin on the 7th of November, and the recruitment period has already begun, seeking some 15,000 players for the test. Bandai Namco states that the upcoming CBT will focus on the game's matchmaking system's load capacity, which had problems in the last tests apparently, and all players will start at level 25 for this one. Moving on, let's head to the Elder Scrolls Online now, and if you're watching this on Sunday, there's just 1 day left to check out the free ESO Plus trial, and ZeniMax has announced that the Witches Festival event will return next week on Thursday, the 22nd of October, running until November 3rd. For new players, simply grab the starter quest when it goes live from the holiday section of the Crown Store, and be sure to get that Witch Mother's Whistle, which will grant you a 2-hour 100% XP buff when used, which can be replenished throughout the event. This time around, there's new Grave Dancer weapon style pages to collect, new treasure maps, and other rewards to earn, so be sure to farm bosses around ESO for a Plunder Skull. Up next, some mixed news coming out of Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen, the upcoming classic-style MMORPG from Visionary Realms. In the studio's latest October producer's letter, they have stated that there's going to be plenty of work needed in the coming months to restructure the game to ensure more rapid development moving forward, which means that current work would slow down the project considerably. It's not all bad news though, as Pantheon is still actively seeking investments to ensure that the MMO crosses the finish line. And best yet, the studio announced that it's on the verge of releasing a fully playable alpha, and that the end of Pre-Alpha 5 will be the closest to the actual feel of what Pantheon is all about. The best news perhaps is that Pre-Alpha 5 will have multiple sessions, with the first one scheduled for next week. No date yet, but according to the letter, next week confirmed. For Star Wars: The Old Republic players, BioWare has released an in-depth article covering what to expect from the game's latest feature event, the Feast of Prosperity, which officially goes live on the 20th of October. The event will be active for 3 weeks before disappearing for a whole year, so it's good to know what you can get out of it. In summary, players will get to experience new story missions, daily missions, and mini-games during the feast, and it all revolves around restoring the Hutt Cartel's influence. You'll be doing plenty of ingredient requests and, get this, cooking minigames, which is a first here, so expect the rewards to be chef related, which means feast looking attires, food launchers, stronghold decor, and more. Check out the article pinned down below. Onward, and if you haven't had the chance to check out ARCHEAGE Unchained, Gamigo's latest round of free trials is upon us, and this one lasts for 72 hours. All you need to do is use the voucher code FALLTRIAL through Glyph, and it must be redeemed by November 16th. Progress made during the free trial will carry over if you decide to buy the game. Additionally, ARCHEAGE, both versions, have gotten brand new content updates this past week in the form of Chronicles, a new episodic questline that zooms in on the lore. The update also comes with vehicle customization, and now you can pimp out your ride with custom tires, weapons, and more in time for the November raid. In Albion Online, a new update will arrive on the 21st of October titled Brimstone and Mist, aka Patch 7 of the Rise of Avalon. Its developer, Sandbox Interactive, has put out a detailed preview this week of what adventurers will experience, such as new corrupted foes like the demonic Harbinger boss alongside warlocks and lords that will emerge in corrupted dungeons. For fishing enthusiasts, fishing will now be fully integrated into the Roads of Avalon, and you'll find them in every Roads of Avalon zone. The meat and potatoes of the update, though, is the balancing of combat and Zerg mechanics that will mainly affect group PvP in Albion Online. If you play Standing Stone Games' Dungeons & Dragons Online and somehow missed the news, pre-orders are now available for the free-to-play MMO's next expansion, Fables of the Feywild. There are 3 tiers of pre-order packages available, and the cheapest one comes in at $40 US, but all 3 will grant you access to the game's latest playable race, the Shifter. As for the expansion itself, it's set to release on the 4th of November, and there's brand new content for heroic characters level 5 and legendary characters at level 30, with all new systems like the Feydark Illusionist Enhancement Tree, improved augment systems, and more. Elsewhere, NCSoft's Blade and Soul has announced that its annual Halloween event, the aptly named Blade and Ghoul, will return next week on October 21st. BNS players can expect the return of dynamic event quests, and of course the completion of daily and weekly challenges will earn you pumpkin taffy and Halloween halls for rewards. There's also new pet gems and the Naryu Sanctum Challenge dungeon to tackle. Next up, the PC version of Bless Unleashed has some good news if you've played the console versions or you're just looking forward to the PC version on Steam. Bandai Namco announced this past week that it will be hosting the first closed beta test for Bless Unleashed on the PC this November, starting on the 4th, running for 5 days in total. During the CBT, players will get access to the full game up to level 24, which does include dungeon runs. All players who take part in the test will get a special in-game mount when the game goes live in 2021, on top of a title and 7 days of premium status known as Valor. The catch is you will need to register via the Hela launcher platform, I've never heard of this, in order to get those perks. Anyway, signups are now live via Google Docs, and I'll put the link down below. And lastly, for those that did not know this, NMES Entertainment is kaput, which means Terra will be changing hands, and this week it's been officially announced that Gameforge will be taking over publishing rights for Terra in the North America region, just like it's currently doing for the EU version, on top of several other South Korean MMOs, so it's not their first rodeo with publishing. Heads up articles have been going around for months now about the migration, but Steam users do take note that the NA migration begins on October 22nd until December 18th, and you'll start doing so on the official news page, and once done, you can then launch the game from Gameforge's platform. And for those who migrate and join a new server, there will be an in-game welcome gift. And that's all I've got for now, folks. If there's news for a game you play which is not covered here, do share what's going on with the rest of us down in the comments section. In the meantime, hit the like button for the love of MMOs, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon which notifies you whenever a new video is up. Once again, I'm Adrian. Have a great weekend, and I thank you for watching.